There is more footage that is being released from the Rust movie set. This time, the video shows Alec Baldwin with investigators as they reveal that Halyna Hutchins had died from her injuries. Take a look.
I do have some very unfortunate news to tell you. She didn't make it. Yeah. So Joel's still at the hospital, but the other person involved didn't make it.
Oh, that is heartbreaking. No one has been charged in Halyna's death as the investigation continues, which brings us to the question, why was this video released? Tori, why would they release this?
I've been thinking about this all morning, and I've talked to Al and Jeff a bit on another show about, like, it makes him, that was the reaction I expected him to have, like, I've just murdered someone. I don't think, including myself, think anyone thinks he did this with malice, with intent. That's the reaction you expect to see.
So what's your reaction to seeing him shooken up like that and heartbroken?
It makes me feel, again, stronger in my position. This wasn't malicious at all. However, I cannot help but say legally all of this should be given in a narrative that's told to a jury. None of this should be let out for us because you're just tainting the pool. At this point, I think the trial will be moved because I think if you're a citizen in that area, you've seen too much of the evidence to have an opinion. So I think at this point, it needs to go to a different county.
I agree that they've seen a lot of evidence, but I don't know if they've seen too much to have an opinion. I mean, legally, everything you're saying checks out, but the one part that we kind of can't control is the human element of it. And the human element is just, I just saw a man get the worst news of his life. And he looks like me. He reacts like I would react if I had done that to somebody that I loved, a coworker that I loved.
It's definitely prejudicial for that reason.
Yeah, I think that's the issue. It's just like, I wonder, is it just so prejudicial that was it leaked on purpose? Is there a reason that we're seeing all this with only this case?
That's an interesting point, Jeff, because I know if I were in his shoes, I would want people to see my reaction, especially in juxtaposition with, to our viewers who may not have watched the show yesterday, and I want Jeff to chime in on this. This is the armorer's reaction from the truck bed right after it happened, and I think you can compare it.
Yeah, what's the name of that?
Yeah, so her reaction on her phone, I know everybody, Jeff, reacts differently in shock or whatnot, but Alec's reaction seems a lot more genuine.
Yeah, maybe because he's the one who actually pulled the trigger.
But
right?
she's also responsible.
Absolutely. That's what I keep saying. I don't know if Alec is actually the one responsible because of the chain of events that occurred. But I think this works in Alec Baldwin's favor, having this video out there, right? Because when we first broke this story, a lot of people say, Alec Baldwin doesn't care, he's blowing it off. What were they doing? They were judging Alec Baldwin to the persona they see on television. Alec Baldwin punched a reporter. Alec Baldwin punched a guy over a parking spot. I'm Republican and I don't like how he makes fun of Donald Trump every day on Saturday Night Live. They're judging that Alec Baldwin. When you see this, you see a human. You don't see Alec Baldwin. You see a natural reaction. Wow, I can't believe that. There's other video of him explaining to the cops, he's like, my hands are shaking. That's a normal human reaction, and that's what we're seeing, and I think this leans into Alec's favor.
Well said. Wow. Chime in, DBL Nation. We want to hear from you as well.